Keep out of my way and I'll keep out of yours.
I need that Rothicite.
Good. You're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. In due time. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Veena Kalra, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Oh yeah, marketing and finance wouldn't have it any other way.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Veena can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection. Good. I'm glad you see this as an opportunity.
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting the key ingredient. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called Rothicite.
The last shipment we were supposed to receive never arrived, and we've gotten no response to our queries from the station. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to keep the discovery quiet, so it's unusual for them not to respond. It's unlikely. The team has a proven track record with us in the past. They've always been extremely competent and reliable. We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so Veena can complete her prototype. And I want to know what happened. We need to take any safety measures to make sure this doesn't happen again. The station is called CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. Unfortunately, we had to cut ties with our supply chain manager, Camden Cho, and his replacement is still getting up to speed. Otherwise, I may have had more useful information. Be prepared for anything. Once you have the shipment, bring it straight back to Veena. Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get...
Setting down, everything in the green.
checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Take your best shot.
Talking quiet. Bitches evacuate the area. This is over. You're done. Investigating. Search got you. Neutralize the target. Over here.
I cannot wait to kill you.
Maintain control. Push.
Give up already. I will have your head!
Target reacquired. Let's get it done. My head.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Target locked. Concentrate. Slow down.
Are you prepared to die? Is that the best you can do? Bring it! Can't focus. So long. You can't hope to win. Threat neutralized. There you are. You die today. I'm hit. You cannot beat me!
is why I hate Ecliptic. It was wholly unnecessary to do this to these poor miners.
Quiet.
Again, we are triumphant.
An impressive investment in equipment. Someone certainly considered this worth it. Time and credit. It's...
Give him no quarter.
Come then. Meet your death.
I can see. It's over.
Get! Take much more!
Feel your feet.
To the train mark!
Isn't working.
You're not walking out of here. I cannot wait to kill you.
This is it.
Did they have anything of value?
I was just a good team. Come back to me soon, dearest.
Please respect priority docking for emergency patients. The clinic welcomes all.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Be careful if you run into... This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only. And they like to use old abandoned facilities. Yeah, I bet you do. You know, the ones left over from the colony war? This isn't getting us anywhere. There's nothing to talk about. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I'm still willing to talk. Sorry, but I can't. Look, if you need help, talk to someone in reception. Look, now get out of here before I arrest you.
When I told them I was good with computers, I didn't think they'd trust me with the entire clinic.
Hello. Can I help you? Oh, sorry. No one gets into the secure wing. That area isn't even open to standard clinic personnel. All I know is whoever we contracted it out to has it guarded at all times. Hey, he's just doing his job. And don't be too hard on him.
Well, just between you and me,
I know he's posted here because he got demoted for an Aurora addiction. And he just struggles sometimes. He only lightens up when Dr. Oshin is around. I think he has a bit of a crush. It's kind of cute, if you ask me. Any other questions? My pleasure. Let me know if you need anything else.
I think I got them... What do you call them? Corns? Yeah, I got corns. Are you serious? I didn't think he'd take me up on the offer. Okay, I'll be right back, and don't try anything while I'm gone.
Hope you can.
Sean, I don't want to go over this again. I'm tired, all right? Just not today.
Hey, who let you in here? This is a restricted area. In that case, you'll want to speak to Dr. Lane.
We better get that approval soon.
I'm not sure if those Baroon zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what, but they scavenge what they need.
That's a clean break. Ready to go.
I am grateful for our time. I am happy to have. Take care, love.
Low gravity can be disorienting if you're not used to it. If you need a moment, I understand.
I do prefer custom alterations to the standard issue.
Let us stick to business here, and hopefully business has nothing to do with Aurora.
If you have
Is that my beautiful shipment?
Vina first.
You were right about this one, Masako. So I've heard. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothicite. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic. Especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there? I figured it was related. And were you able to determine the purpose of this secure wing? So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO.
Infinity appears to be on an entirely different level of corruption. It cannot be allowed to continue.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothicite secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
It's good to see you again.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
It says something, does it not? That the executives wish to have everyone else physically beneath them?
Good. You're right on time. I briefed Masako on the mole and went over the evidence you brought from Nyx in detail. The evidence you provided was enough. After some debate, we decided to fully disclose the results in this meeting. So I wanted you to be prepared. Good. As long as the board isn't feeling difficult today, this meeting should go smoothly. Now, let's get this over with, shall we? We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless.
All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd., and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. And that's precisely why I know we can count on you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
My company's future might be right.
Are you sure you're okay? You left pretty fast.
Double check those measurements are right.
You appear dehydrated.
Here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey. Yes, I always love a willing subject. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. Of course, we've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
Ryujin has certainly taken time to craft an appearance for itself.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
If Vina offers you a job as a lab,
you don't want it, take it from me.
As an observer, the effect is quite unnerving. It is hard not to immediately worry about the implications.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? Yes! Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. When it comes to your job, you bet it does. Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
I've always wondered.
Name a Ryujin product, and someone up here is probably working on it. The crown jewels.
Pardon.
So that's why there are so many other guards on this floor.
Don't cause any trouble.
I've got my eye on you.
I hate waiting.
This could be the most
Good. Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries. And wish he shall. Every day. while he rots away in prison. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. As long as you're prepared when the time comes. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd., all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them.
It is best to keep the public unaware of such a device.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Understood.
Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail. I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test your abilities. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this job done. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible. And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story. It certainly will, and we'll have front row seats. So, any final questions before you go? Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Come with me. I have everything you need for this assignment in my office.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
as much as I hate to admit it, Masako's plan is fairly straightforward and effective. Don't we both? But Masako is right. We don't want to have murder at Infinity Ltd. Overshadowing the news of their greater crimes. The public sympathizes with who they know, and that's the workers at Infinity. They don't identify with the people who died on some distant mining station or volunteered for the wrong clinical trial. Lucky for you, my side of the plan doesn't involve any extra legwork on your end. The program that Masako had me write will be doing all the heavy lifting. While it's downloading the evidence needed, it will also be interspersing an array of files that will say Masako was heavily involved.
I suppose that removes any lingering questions about the kind of operation this is.
It'll ruin her career. The public's outrage and demand for her job will be enough to sway even Dalton himself. Now here's everything you need. Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
The bright lights and reflections are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
Giant carapace-encrusted tanks, hence the new scanning protocols. On our watch, no heat.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay. What time is it?
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Easy for you to say, top of the class.
Infinity is huge. Like, staggeringly huge. They need people
Welcome
like
to
you.
Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today? Ah, yes. From Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's marketing department. Yes? What? If you just have a seat, I can... Please, have a seat. I'll go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
Gas leak detected. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
down.
I'll get the alarm!
Out of here.
I'm taking suppressive fire!
You're bringing this way.
I need cover fire! Take him down!
I would move the stars for you. I can do that.
I'll get the alarm!
There is no one I would rather. I'll be here when you need.
Sound the alarm!
The Great Serpent favors me. I will be thinking about you. Hello, love. Do not have all the fun with it?
Hey! Someone's out there. Identify yourself. New joins the target!
You need something, dearest? I will keep watch.
Gas leak detected. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
under attack. The hell was that?
Fall back! We've got to hit the alarm! Had enough?
That's enough, mate.
Nothing. Stand down. Nothing here.
We gotta hit the alarm!
Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay. Can I help you? Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about? Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim. Perfect stranger or not, we won't air anything without some sort of hard evidence. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. I figured as much. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do. Ryujin certainly spared no expense for
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report. As long as it's good news, I suppose I can overlook your irritation. And how did the neuroamp perform? I didn't realize you were a stickler for morals, not a common trait for operatives. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself have yet to be confirmed, but it's believed that Masako Imada, CEO of Ryujin Industries, may be involved. A series of communications between Drexler and Imada were discovered, where she encouraged Drexler to ignore approval guidelines for human trials. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Impossible. You set me up. You expect me to believe you're simply an unwilling pawn in this? We'll see about that. Assuming I know exactly how this situation came about, I have only a few things to say. Should Ularu run this company, the reputation of Ryujin Industries will change dramatically. Her unchecked tactics will be heavy-handed, involving murder without question of both the innocent and the guilty. Ryujin may gain financial success, but the percentage is not worth the real cost. But she's... It's true. Ularu's always put Ryujin first, and I can't argue that. Even with her aggressive tactics, she'll keep Ryujin at the top for decades to come. I encourage you to speak to the board members. We'll be having the meeting shortly to determine the fate of Infinity Ltd. And now I imagine myself as CEO. We must receive at least 50% of the vote. I trust you'll be able to sway them to make the right decisions.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of you.
I take it Masako wasn't as pleased to hear the SSNN broadcasts as she thought she'd be? Of course she didn't. And now she's going to have some serious regrets about holding this upcoming board meeting. Which brings me back to you. Masako wants us to acquire Infinity Ltd., which is obviously not on my list of things to do. I need you to persuade the board members otherwise, and make sure they're on our side when I move to vote Masako out. You don't think I've weighed those possibilities? Actually, perhaps I was a little overzealous. Being able to pick and choose the talent as I see fit does have plenty of benefits, and I could hold the garnered good faith over Viv for years to come. All right, I'm convinced. But if this turns into a mistake, I'm holding you accountable. Just get the others on board. The internal neuroamp essentially guarantees success. As long as you get the results I'm looking for, I don't care how you do it. With Masako out of the way and the internal neuroamp finally ready for production, Ryujin Industries will be set for life. Or at least until I retire. Exactly. And all you need to do is use it to get the board on the winning side.
You're looking interesting. Just the person I... Good. You've had the chance to... Do you think they're worth redemption? Saving the job, it's a finance... This is true. Getting what? Next question. Yes. I find it... I look forward... Yes, Ulara would... Her loyalty to Ryu. I appreciate the... It's only dangerous. I think we all know our competition has... This has been rather...
Don't tell me. Well, I was. Now that she's been it's gonna be a hard... Aren't you the flatterer? I've certainly handled worse. All right. So let's hear it. Now that... If we want to survive... And what's your second? The possible backlash. However, it's not an opportunity. You're right. Even worse. Well...
Hey there. And how's my favorite patient? That's great. One step closer. So, I'd be the next... How amazing would that... So the next question... Exactly. Okay, so I know Masako. I overheard the SS... But Masako's all... Well, this is certain. All we can do now...
If only there were more hours. If you need some. You heard correct. All right, I could use... You're right. Perhaps... I don't think you're... The benefit's definite. That's a decent art. Huh. Well, what... Talent like you... Are you trying to act... First off... Second, I'll do what... In an ideal situation... Masako is lucky to have... You may be... You aren't the first person. She's rude, especially after this. This exchange is...
This meeting should prove... I assume Masako... That blasted tech. If it were up to... I knew it would... My first... Plus, if we... The last thing I want to do... I hate to agree. You would side... Perhaps if you... Not that it was as shocking as this. Now, if...
To start this meeting, let me just say that the SSNN allegations are completely false.
And you expect us to just believe that?
If they're false, how did this happen?
I'll be ordering a full investigation, but I have my suspicions, which I'll address once this meeting has concluded. Until then, I'm still CEO, and we'll be moving forward with this meeting to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Do you really think we want a potential criminal? One suspected of being the actual mole here, leading a crucial meeting like this? In fact, I propose we remove Masako as CEO altogether, and nominate myself to take her place.
You can't be serious.
As much as it pains me to say it, I second the motion. My apologies, Masako, but we've failed here. Perhaps new leadership is what's needed moving forward.
Dalton, you can't seriously believe that.
Agreed. While I know Masako could guide us through this, I believe a more aggressive approach will be needed for the future.
Any arguments against?
Yes, on the fact that I'm innocent and completely capable of doing my job.
Aren't we overreacting here? We haven't even seen we haven't even seen any hard evidence yet.
Let's leave it up to the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Those against?
Nay.
Well, there you have it. And now, since you're no longer a part of this board, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
This isn't over. To think I had high hopes for you.
Now, Masako. Don't go taking out your shortcomings on our operative here.
Enough with your attitude, Ularu. I don't care what anyone says or what the evidence is. I know you're behind this. And I'll prove it, no matter how long it takes.
Good thing you're going to have plenty of time on your hands, then. Security. Why don't you escort Masako to her office? I'm sure law enforcement will be looking for her soon anyway. Now, let's get back to business. So, any arguments for the acquisition?
This acquisition is sure to have its financial pitfalls, but as a wise person pointed out, it would have major payoffs in the future. Plus, with their current situation, Infinity Ltd will be more affordable than ever.
Legal ramifications are a certainty, but the benefits far outweigh the disadvantages.
Arguments against?
After the series of security issues we've had lately, I'd be remiss if I didn't say the acquisition is a bad idea. This simply is not the time.
All right. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Excellent. Not bad for my first meeting. Does anyone have anything else to bring to the table before we break? The internal neuroamp is exactly what ensures Ryujin's success for the next decade or so. What makes you think we'd shelve it?
Your operative is right, Ularu. The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Fine, but just know how much it pains me to do this. All in favor of shelving the internal neuroamp?
Aye.
And all against?
Nay.
Thank goodness the majority of us seem to have Ryujin's best interest at heart. I almost hate to ask now, but are there any other matters to bring forth? No? Good. Meeting adjourned.
If only there were more hours in the day.
You are
No more Masako as CEO. Well done. Of course, we're now acquiring Infinity Ltd, but I'll leave that mess for the others to handle. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. For me especially. I suppose it is. Enjoy it while it lasts. It takes guts for someone in your position to go up against the CEO. And Masako never saw it coming. Imogene's instincts were right about you. It's a shame I had to sacrifice her. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I'm sure you'll find it adequate for all you've done. I'm also promoting you to senior operative. You've certainly proven yourself capable enough. If that helps pad your ego, so be it. As a senior op, you now have a personal office, mission board access, and you're free to work on your own time. The mission board will hold any available assignments, although I may still notify you should I require your more specific talents. Oh, and no more docs and pay. I only care about the end result, not the methods. Any questions? In that case, I suggest you get familiar with the mission board before you leave today. I'll admit, you helped me pull off a pretty big win. So, if you want to take some time off, I get it. Just don't forget, you still have a job that I expect you to do.
Ryujin's CEO is no joke in the ballroom.
I have some excellent weapons on sale. Hey, thanks for stopping. Likewise. What brings you to Ryu? If I were you, I'd start with the Ryu. Absolutely. Roll. See you later.
Got my eye on you.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
want to feel so much safer with one of those drone security robots.
Yeah.
Keep
and
out of
the
my
kids
way
are
and I'll
going
keep
to
out of
love it.
yours.
If I had the technical skills. I'd apply the drone in a heartbeat.
I've never seen a drone robot perform less than perfectly.
Robert, can we talk about the rollout for the next generation Model A's?
Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to.
Damn. Not even close to quitting.
Tech plans to buy up all the initial production models.
Right.
Don't wander into any restricted areas. My kids would get a kick out of all these robots.
I'd sure love to get a job here.
Hello, my name. What brings you in today? I can't blame you. If you'd like to learn more, and thanks for I do, yes. I'm so happy You're welcome back anytime.
I'll be a Tranquility customer for life.
Welcome to Ryujin Tower. Enjoy your day.
Hey, wait.
I've got my eye on you.
I've been waiting here for ages.
Don't cause any trouble.
They know how to make a client feel welcome.